Well, hello everybody. Early morning video. Surprising. You may wonder why. Talk about that later in another video. What I want to get into is some of the discussion that's been going on about the incident over in Texas where a group of school-age children between the ages of 5 and maybe 10 went to a gay club or a gay strip club supposedly and got to watch a drag queen performance. Now, I've seen some of the video of this, and I disagree with it wholeheartedly. There has to be some kind of damn standards. What the fuck? But I have heard people talking about this over the last few days, and I hear some misconceptions, especially most recently from Sticks Hex and Hammer in his live stream. Not dissing Sticks, not dissing anybody in particular, but what I am about to talk about is based on experience and understanding. Okay, now, first of all, the idea of a drag queen or people of the opposite gender dressed as the opposite gender performing on a stage, that's been around for a long, long time. That's been around at least, whew, God, it's been going on for millennia. The Greeks had a sort of a joke of comedic performances and during plays where they would have somebody dress up as a female. Peter Pan, a very long-standing classic, they would generally use a girl, a female, to play the role of Peter Pan. So, I don't know why. Plenty of 10-year-old boys out there, you figure it out. You also had, of course, Drew Carey, Tyler Perry dressing up as females for comedy. As far as drag queen shows goes, I've noticed watching some videos, people talking about that they've forgotten about the transvestite, which I mentioned in a previous video. Transvestitism has been around for a long time, and for those of you who don't know what transvestite is or transvestitism, it is the person who enjoys dressing up in undergarments primarily of the opposite gender. So a girl who likes putting on men's underwear, or a guy who likes putting on women's panties and bra undergarments. They receive some sexual satisfaction or pleasure from it. It turns them on. Now, as far as drag queens goes, I'm going to take you guys with my experience here in all of this. I've seen these shows before. Generally they're done, these drag queen performances, drag queen shows are done in gay clubs. So generally the person doing the drag show, the drag queen, is a gay male, generally between the ages of 30 on up to as late as 50. And yes, I have seen it. I have seen these drag queen shows. I've never liked them, but you pay $10 to get into a club. You've been there for a couple of hours. Then all of a sudden the drag queen show starts and you've already got a drink in your hand and you're trying to talk to some hot chick or some hot dude and you're sitting there and you're going, fuck. Because all the 20-somethings want to go running over and watch this drag queen show. And I'm like, I don't want to watch this shit. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to see that shit. It was hilarious and bad enough that there was a drag queen that used to run a gas station that I used to frequent years ago. And you'd see him standing in there, hair all frazzled and raggedy. He still got on the fake nails, and he's sitting there asking me, do I want unleaded or premium or something? And I'm like, oh, fucking God, you look like you're hungover and you hadn't slept in 2 days. Shit, man. You know, guy's in his 50s. And I knew I'd seen him at drag queen shows before. And I was like, what the fuck, man? Ugh. Now, for the drag queen themselves, most of them are not transvestites. Most of them are gay males. I've seen a few drag queen shows where you have a girl, generally in her 20s, dressed up as a male. And it's hilariously funny in a way. You know, I still don't want to see the damn show. Now, from my recollections back in the day, and this is from my 20s to my 30s, they weren't taking off any clothes. You know, that would ruin the illusion, the humor. And they would have money thrown at them. Dollar bills and stuff like that, you know, but they couldn't pick them up. So they'd have a friend or an assistant or somebody who would agree to pick up all of the money off the floor after their performance and then give it to them. These people could make upwards of $100 a night doing that. Just one show that lasted the length of the song It's Raining Men. That was the song that they played over and fucking over again. That song's nearly as old as I am. Ugh. Oh, yeah, and YMCA, which is older than me. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Traumatic memories. Traumatic memories. I need some nicotine. Better than soy. Much better. But the shows were not heavily sexualized. It was more along the lines of comedy, humor, entertainment. And the only person who got any sexual pleasure at it or felt it was sexualized was the audience. You know, I'm standing there, I'm having to watch this show while I'm trying to talk to a girl or a guy, and they're like, oh, doesn't she or he look so sexy? It really turns me on. And I'm like, no, it doesn't turn me the fuck on. Ugh. I like my men and my women separated as much as fucking possible. But there are standards. I guess I need to say this right now. There were standards back then. Now, I've been in a number of backstages, let's say, for strip clubs, both gay and straight, over the years. I'd been backstage. And yes, I have seen children there. Backstage or in the dressing room for the straight strip clubs. Now, you're going, what the hell? It's generally one of the strippers' kids. Kids like 4 or 5 years old. Maybe male, maybe female. And the kid's sitting there playing with some little toy or game. And the other strippers back there, titties hanging out or putting on their clothes or whatever, just fawning over the kid. And the kid's too young to really care or understand what's going on. He's just enjoying playing with his toy. His mother, who is also a stripper, couldn't afford babysitter, or babysitter called in sick, or mama or dad, whoever, grandma, grandpa, wasn't willing to babysit the kid. So they had to bring the kid there. Now, everybody knew about this. All the strippers knew. The strip club owner knew. The bartender knew. The rule was this. Okay, look, the kid's got to stay back here. He cannot come into the viewing area and watch you strip. So the kid has to stay back here because there are rules. There are laws. There are standards. And this was what was explained to me and I came to understand. There were laws saying you could not have a child of any age under the age of 18 or 21 standing out there in the viewing area watching people strip. Didn't matter if they were gay or straight, trans, what the hell, fuck ever. And while that was the law, the moral and ethical standards everybody catered to. And everybody believed this. Hey, yeah, you don't have a little kid standing there watching people strip. That's fucked up. You don't do that. So everyone understood it, and it was just a basic understanding. But if you're a single mother and you don't have much of a choice, you got to bring your kid to the strip club with you and have them in the back. I remember there was one time I went back when, let's just say I knew one of the girls back there stripping. They had one of the other girls had a kid, and I'm like, what the hell? She says, oh, generally the kid's in another back room back there. There's like literally a broom closet. They're keeping the kid back there so the kid wouldn't see titties. And I'm like, look, bring the kid out of the fucking broom closet? What the that's even worse. You know, okay, just whatever. I didn't like it, but single mother, what are you going to do? Now, this does not justify what these parents, guardians, and what the fuck ever did over there in that gay strip club, gay bar in Texas. Okay? That was wrong. What surprises me is that generally gay clubs, well, all clubs of a sexual variety, hell, even the standard straight club, whether it's stripping or not, they all know better. There should be a high moral standard. At least it was back when I was at the latest. The last time I went to a club, I was in my 30s. There was a standard. A high moral standard of children do not belong in here. Children cannot come in here. And they clung to that standard not because, well, we could get arrested or shut down. No, it's because we're not a bunch of perverts and weirdos. We have standards. Some of us have children. We wouldn't want our children seeing this. No, we wouldn't want our nieces or nephews' children or any of our younger guests or our younger family members seeing this. No, we wouldn't want them seeing that. We wouldn't want them to see that. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck happened in between me being in my 30s and now? Well, you got some gay club in Texas letting these kids in so they can watch a drag queen show? For transgenders? So they can have a better understanding of transgenders. Most drag queens are not transgenders. They are not transgenders. They are performers making money. That's what they're doing it for. They're doing it to make money. That's all they're doing it for. They're doing it to make money. They don't give a damn about the transgender community and all of that crap. So apparently the transgender folks decided to add cross-dressing and drag queen shows to their community, to their cause, to their repertoire. And it's fucking bullshit, man. Okay? Now, here's what I want to say about that whole thing. The drag queen should have fucking known better. They should say, hey, wait a minute, what the fuck? There's kids here? No, man. No. I'm not doing that. I'm not getting my ass arrested. Everybody in that damn club who was an adult could be arrested for contributing to the delinquency of a minor, lewd and lascivious acts around or towards a minor, child abuse, contributing to child abuse, contributing to the sexual abuse of a minor. So even the drag queen can go to jail for at least 3 months to 3 or 4 years. What the fuck? Why would you put yourself at that type of fucking risk? If you're the owner of that club, you are now risking yourself being arrested, even if you weren't there. If you opened up the doors to that club or gave the keys to somebody to open it up and then said, well, I'm going on home. If you knew, or hell, even if you didn't know, your ass can go to jail. You'll have your business shut down. Are you fucking stupid? Are you fucking stupid? That's the question I gotta ask. Who's the fucking stupid? Everybody's fucking stupid in that regard. Even the parents. That's just sad and shameful in so many ways. Now, I want to get into this. A lot of people may ask, well, what do current gay people think about this? What do current bisexual people think about this? I can tell you right now, most of them, if they're especially around my age, they're like, that's some fucking sick shit, man. What the fuck? They're not even cool with the transgenderism in the schools or the grooming or the talking about it constantly. Now, if you're in high school, they're like, okay, yeah, talk about it as a form of sex ed, but no grooming, no pushing people in a direction. That was understood even back in the 90s when I first started up realizing that I was bisexual. Everybody knew it was just something you didn't take to little kids. Okay, teenagers, people your age, fine. Talk about it. But you didn't take it to somebody below the age of 13. Hell, really didn't take it below the age of 15. They started doing sex ed in my school when I was in my second year. There's another video for that. But I really, truly, honestly believe that this is a growing sickness in society and a growing desperation by a very, very, very small amount of the American populace, especially, or the Western world populace, that they want representation, they want to be honored, they want to be normalized, but at the exact same time get all these special privileges that they think the gay community has. And the gay community will tell you, other than marriage, they don't have any special privileges. They're not getting anything special. Because, well, that's what happens when you get normalized. You don't need anything special. You're now part of normalcy. So you get the same rights and privileges as all the normal people. But that's enough for this video. We're going on 14 minutes. I'll discuss some other things later, but right now this video is about to end. Please like, rate, subscribe, comment, whatever. Have a blessed day, folks.